I don't even know where to start. Hey guys, it's Tajay and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be talking about a listing that I had. Y'all know I keep it real. Y'all know I'm gonna tell y'all the good and the bad. I just want y'all to not make the mistakes that I made. I want y'all to be able to learn through, you know what, my face is really oily. Let me go take care of this right quick. Okay, so I'm back. This video is gonna be about my listing from hell. I'm so sorry to say that. I just don't want the seller to watch this. He probably won't. If he does, I'm sorry, I have to talk about this on my YouTube channel because I just do not want this to happen to anyone else. And if you're gonna have a listing, make sure you do all of these things. So basically, just to let you know, I went on the market, and if I'm not mistaken, it was in September, and we didn't get to closing until February in this market. Okay, we didn't get to closing until February, and y'all, that's almost like 150 days on the market. We didn't close. We didn't close. So yeah, that was like a couple of $1,000s that I didn't get paid, and I'm just gonna tell y'all what not to do. Okay, I'm gonna just tell y'all what not to do. My mistake was, first of all, getting too excited about a deal. I'm gonna just put that out there first. Getting too excited where I didn't do my due diligence. Okay, so I got the listing, or he offered me the listing, so I got the address. I hadn't seen the property yet. Now, it was in an up and coming area in Dallas, and it was some houses around it, you know, that were like lesser, and then there were some houses around it that were like over $500,000. So when I saw the comps and I saw the square footage of the home, you know, I was like, dang, this is perfect. Like, this is gonna be my first really like $500,000 deal. No brainer. And he was a developer. So I Googled photos of the house. Normally that will, you know, populate pictures. And so it populated old photos of the house. But with him being a developer, I thought, you know, the whole thing was gutted, and it was to kind of complement today's market and what people are looking for today. So before I looked at the house, I told him, yeah, we can definitely put it on the market for this price. You know, really wanted to please him, and what he wanted to go on the market for, great. But that was before I saw the actual home. So first of all, don't agree to a listing until you've actually seen the property, until you're actually able to give them real advice on how to price it, basically. Comps are great. You can run comps, give hypotheticals, but once you actually see the house, make sure you then tell them, oh, for sure, we're gonna be at this number. I didn't do that. So then once I came to the house, I noticed a couple of things. That would hinder us from hitting that number that we wanted. You know, so I let him know, like, hey, we may not get this, but I'll go ahead and put it on market for that, and we can shoot for the stars, but we may not get this price. I feel it's a little overpriced. So first week, we got an offer the first week. And this is what I want to say. Whenever you have a listing, the first thing you want to do is do your own due diligence. Go to the house, go look at it. Something I'm starting to learn is get in contact with the lender. As I'm recording this, I want to say the lender will also know how much is owed on the house. Okay, I feel like that's really important because a lot of these sellers, they don't, of course I want you to get as much as you can, but you need to know how much is left on the house as well. So I'm gonna just throw that in there. You know, if the house is being financed, make sure you're in contact with the lender. The lender is gonna have like HOA information. The lender may have like tax information. If you have MLS access, make sure you're looking on Realist Tax, and make sure you're just following your gut, okay? Because I didn't follow my gut on this deal because I was still pretty new. I think I had just hit my 1 year mark, September, October, yeah, coming up to my 1 year mark. And it was tough. Like, it was tough at that time. So I was really, really excited. If I'm being completely honest, I was really, really excited to have a deal. Yeah, I started noticing certain things, like on Realist Tax, the person who purchased the house, like, you know, Realist Tax kind of gives you the history and stuff like that. It wasn't like the same name as like his business. So I brought that up, and it was kind of like pushed, kind of like shrugged off. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal. You know, it really wasn't taken into consideration, like what I said. So again, me not being an agent, me not doing my due diligence, me not following my gut, I just listened to someone else when I knew something was wrong. What I should have done was maybe try to contact the tax office, contact the previous title company that did the work, that closed the deal, because that would have helped me out in the long run. At this point, we've been on the market for maybe a month. We had an offer and we didn't take the offer. He wanted more. I felt like it was a really good offer. I told him it was a really good offer, but he wanted more, so he passed. Plus, I was kind of okay with passing because the people kind of put in a blind offer, and I wanted them to see the house first, because I did really good with the marketing photos, and I kind of didn't want anyone to put in any blind offers. So yeah, that didn't happen. So you guys, this was like the first 45 days and we had no offers. Barely had a showing a week. In this market, something's wrong. And so I just really told him, you know, and instead of me being an agent saying, hey, I'm not gonna go through this with you. We're not getting these offers. We're not getting these people through the door. I'm not gonna just drop this 10K, 20K, 30K. I'm gonna drop this 50K, 70K. And then we're gonna get those. And I'm sorry, but you're just gonna have to take an L on this property. You're just gonna have to take an L on this project. And I feel like this has been a lesson for me. Stand up for yourself as an agent. Sometimes you may come off a little tough, but you don't want to waste your time or your money, especially if you're gonna be spending $500 to $1,000 on marketing materials and advertising and ads and all that stuff. I spent $1,000 on marketing for this listing. That was from the photos, the videographer to come take pictures and video, marketing material for my open houses, which I had many open houses. Every time we had a price drop, I tried to hold an open house to see if people would come through. I ran a seller's ad through my CRM, which was $300. You know, I put a lot of money into it to not get paid at all. My advice to people who may be new or you're maybe having a little hard time being an agent, follow your gut. Also want to say another thing. Read your listing agreement. Your listing agreement really has things in there that protects you as an agent against people that are maybe doing some shady stuff behind your back, i.e. looking for a buyer for the house, somebody to purchase the home and to maybe cut you out of the deal. So there is something in at least Texas listing agreement that says you can't do that. So yeah, make sure you know your rights as an agent. Make sure you know everything that covers you. Make sure you read that listing agreement. Yeah, make sure you get your money back. If you're spending money on marketing and stuff and it doesn't sell, make sure you put in there, this covers me in case something happens, you know? Insure yourself. And it could be a little tough sometimes because you may hurt someone's feelings, or maybe not hurt their feelings because it's business. You may tell people something that they don't want to hear, but I don't want you to end up in a situation like me where here I am 3-4 months later and I'm finding out the day of close that we're not closing. And I'm like, you know, that hurt because I needed to learn that lesson. You know, that'll never happen to me again. And I just hope and pray that anyone watching this video really takes it to heart that you have to believe in yourself as an agent. You have to do your due diligence and you cannot allow people to waste your time. It is what it is, whether if y'all are friends, if y'all are business colleagues, if y'all are together, make sure that no one's wasting your time, because time is money in real estate, and the more time you're spending, the less money you're making. And you know, it's not always about the money. Of course you want to help people out, but it is your job, so you have to consider that, you know. And I was a little nervous to tell someone, hey, I know you really want this number, but I as a real estate agent, you came for me for real estate help, I'm gonna give you my opinion, and this property isn't worth what you feel. And that was really hard for me to constantly have to tell someone, because me and knowing me, like, once I would have sold the property, I had plans for that money. I need that money, you know? So I'm putting myself in, you know, my seller's shoes. Once he sold the property, I know he needed that money for stuff too, you know? Pay people, pay contractors, making a profit off of the stuff that he did, paying off the house and other stuff that came up. Yeah, it was a lot. It was crazy. So I definitely just wanted to put that out there. If there's anything that you guys want me to talk about, I am here. Leave them in the comments. I feel like there's more real estate videos that I want to make. I just don't know what else to talk about. So if you, I will also say it may be a little expensive, but pay for an appraiser. And I know in this market you have sellers that are like, I'm gonna have the buyer do all of that. You can really like be like, hey, I have someone to come and pre-appraise the house. You can put that on MLS with a listing to show them, like, there's no reason why you should be sending in offers less than this. If it's not this or more, then there's a problem, because obviously this house is worth this. Or you can pay for your own appraiser to come out here and contest the numbers that we have. I didn't have the money to do that at the time. I think the appraisal was going to be like $350, $400. I've already spent $1,000, and I wasn't trying to do that. Oh, I knew how much the house was, but no one was listening to me. So do that. Get opinions from your broker. If you and your broker have a great relationship, get someone else out there, like a mentor, someone out there that may hold a little more weight in someone's eyes, especially if you're new. Get someone that's gonna go to bat for you. Get someone that's gonna be in your corner, to be like, hey, I'm a 10-year agent. I have my own brokerage. You need to listen to this girl. This girl's steering you in the right direction, because I didn't have that. And I wish I would have that. I would have had that, and you know, I asked for that, but I didn't really get it, and I ended up having my time wasted. So just be really adamant, and don't be scared to ask for help. My lazy eye is just, I'm looking at myself right in my viewfinder, and my lazy eye is tripping. But and it doesn't help that this eyelash is so heavy, and then my hair is like laying on it. But yeah, just don't be afraid to be an aggressive agent at the end of the day. So I definitely just wanted to make a quick video on just something I've experienced. I know I haven't been making any videos lately, but yeah, you guys are still hitting me up on social media. You're still following me on Instagram, and I really love that. I love hearing y'all's updates. I'll be telling y'all to update me once y'all pass y'all's licensing exam, once y'all get y'all certification. But yeah, comment below in this video whatever else you guys want to see if I didn't mention something. But that's just something I wanted to share really quickly. Just, you know, something I went through, and I just hope and pray that someone watches this video and doesn't go through what the heck I went through. But yeah, I love you guys. Stay blessed.